Welcome to Channel 18. My name is Paul Coughlin. I've been away for several weeks. Our guest today is Ed McManus, and Ed is going to speak to us this morning about family days and picnics and all kinds of good things that are going to happen in Harwich in the next month. So, Ed, you want to start us off with what's going to happen first?
Well, we're closing in on September real quick now. I don't know where the summer's gone, but with September comes the Harwich Cranberry Festival and their events. And the first event will be on Saturday, September 7th, down at Red River Beach. It's our annual Family Beach Day celebration. It's just sort of a lot of events for the family to come down and have fun. It starts at 11 o'clock, and we have the Kukunis family will be bringing down their farm animals for sort of a petting zoo.
Very good.
I forget who it is, but we're having pony rides again this year. Sparky will be along with his hay ride to give rides down the beach. The police, fire, and public works department are going to bring down some of their equipment for touch-a-truck activity for the kids. The kids seem to love to climb around on it. And then the festival itself will be doing beach games for the kids, everything from tug of war to beanbag toss to sandcastle building contest, three-legged race, all of those sorts of old game things. And we'll be setting up our food tent and serving hot dogs and sausages and cranberry coolers and drinks. And also we'll have a bake sale tent set up. That's always been popular in the last couple of years. A couple of groups that will be there. I believe it's the Masons that come down and they do the child identification kits.
Oh, very good. Nice.
And we're also, Outer Cape Health Service is going to be down to, as we're closing in on the Obamacare, the Affordable Health. They're one of the agencies in the area that is most active in helping people make sure they're connected up with proper health insurance, and they know all of the possible insurance possibilities for people, and it's confusing, and they have some staff that will explain it and make it simple for you. So they're going to be down doing some outreach. And then in the evening, weather permitting, we had some problems last year with the high winds. We had to put the bonfire off for a day and then ran into rain the next day. But weather permitting, we'll have the bonfire at the beach, which will be at about 7 o'clock, and we have a band lined up to play some music just before, and we'll be still serving with a food tent. So a lot of activities, and it's grown over the last couple of years, and it's quite well attended. Lots of families with kids, grandparents with grandchildren, and it's a great event.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
The big thing is that it's continuing to grow.
Yep.
Because that means an awful lot. You must have a pretty good committee.
Yeah. Well, actually, we could use more volunteers. We're always scraping to get folks. This year, the Chamber of Commerce is going to help out there. We do a craft tent, and they've undertaken that, and they helped soliciting, gathering together the prizes for the contest.
Oh, very good.
With the merchants locally. So that, and I think we're going to get a few of the Girl Scouts are going to come down and help us out. So we're always looking for volunteers to just help. You know, it's not a big commitment. If you can show up for a couple hours, we'd be more than happy. Anyway, that's Beach Day, and then the following weekend is the Harwich Cranberry Arts and Music Festival, which we put on now jointly with the community radio station WOMR, WFMR out of Provincetown. It'll be Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and 15th, at Brooks Park. We have, this year, we're up to 130 craft vendors.
Wow, that's
The
a lot.
majority of them are local from Cape Cod or in nearby areas from southeast Massachusetts. Some folks from Fall River, New Bedford, Wareham, those areas. We also, a couple folks come in from as far as Connecticut, but we've really tried to market it and provide a good venue for our local arts and crafts people.
Yeah, that's great.
We'll have also the Cranberry Festival food tent will be up and a few other vendors because we get a little bit bigger crowd and it's hard for our little food tent to, to keep up with it. And then the arts and crafts fairs are advertised to run from 10 to 5. And I say that because on Saturday, the music program that WOMR is putting on, it will be running later into the evening to 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And so some of the craftspeople may stay open a little bit later than 5, but their commitment is to be there until 5, and then they'll see how tired they are and whether it's time to go home. But the music program that WOMR puts on will this year be on the ball field, not down in the hollow.
Oh, they're going to be out in the little field?
Yeah, at Brooks Park,
Brooks Park.
And we're going to be putting up a tent there. Last year we had a bit of rain on Saturday, and we realized with rain how muddy the hollow gets. And this will be our 4th year of doing it, and we've been very lucky the first 3 years, and figuring that your luck can't hold forever. And so we need to get, before we go, it's a nice venue to put on the music show, but we need to get a good permanent trail, all-weather trail down into it, because it just got too muddy to try and get people in and out, especially if we got any more rain than we did.
Wow.
But they have a great lineup, and they'll be starting at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and the first 2 acts on Saturday are more family kid-oriented. There's Alexander the Jester is going to do a show, and then we have the African drum and dance troupe is going to be on stage and then we get into the music performances. And quite honestly, at one point I knew who they had, but they're sliding around the lineup because they had 2 bands that couldn't make it, and so they've had to rearrange things to get other bands to fill in. But it's the current listing, I believe they're running on the reader board on Channel 18, but you can also go to the Cranberry Festival website, harwichcranberryfestival.com, and they have the music lineup there. And like I said, on Saturday night, the music performances will run to about 8 o'clock. And on Sunday, they'll go from 1 to 5. With that, there is, as is with Beach Day, there's no charge for entrance to any of the activities that we do. Parking this year is going to be interesting because of all the construction across the street at the high school. But we're borrowing the shuttle van from the Friends of the Council on Aging, and we'll be running a shuttle up and down Oak Street from the community center parking lots, the parking lot out behind the high school by White House Field, and we'll probably use a portion of the grass field in front of the high school that they haven't put that big mound of dirt on for parking. But we'll be running a shuttle bus up and down on Saturday and Sunday. And then on Saturday afternoon, the Conservation Trust is running an event down at the Bank Street Bogs behind the old fire station. And they're going to hire a couple buses because there is no parking down there, so they're asking people to park up here. And they'll be running shuttle buses from there down to the bogs. And I think they're also looking at using parking over at the elementary school. But on their loop with the bus, they'll be also picking people up and dropping them off at the Cranberry Festival at Brooks Park. So you can use any of those buses to get around. But it's going to be a lot of fun activity.
Well, that sounds great, and that's about it.
That's about it. Unfortunately, this year we had to, and there goes my phone, which I should have turned off. Unfortunately, this year we had to cancel the parade. The two volunteers that had been in charge of that and put it together every year had to retire from volunteering from their high-priced job, and we haven't been able to find somebody to undertake it. It's a major undertaking, and like I said, we can always use more volunteers, and that's what it takes to run all of these type of community events. Is you need to have folks willing to put in a couple hours, you know, here and there during the year, and then show up on the day that the events happen.
And not only that, they have to have some kind of knowledge about who you want to contact to come to a parade, to participate. And that's a big issue too.
That's a big issue. But
and, of course, you've covered a lot of issues with Beach Day. I mean, you've got 1,000,001 things to be going on all day long with the bonfire later in the day, and then Sunday you have the crafts fair and the music. And so you put a lot together.
Yeah, we do. We try to.
You are the spearhead of this organization.
Well, yeah, I've for the last 4 or 5 years now, I've been the president of the festival committee, and you know, I'm quite willing to continue doing it, but we're also looking to get some new blood into the committee to sort of relieve some of us who have been carrying the responsibility. You know, we're not that any of us really want to quit and go away. We'll still participate and help out, but we
want somebody else to take charge.
Yeah. So, but we'll see what the future brings for us.
Well, thank you for coming on today and explaining these issues. They look to be terrific. Any of you who are thinking what to do next Saturday, the 7th of September, you can go to Channel 18, you can go to your computer and check up on what's going on again. And then Sunday, you can check and see what's going to be at the Crafts Fair and who's going to be playing music out in the field. And that's an interesting move, too, to move from the hollow out to the field.
Well, we also, you know, down in the hollow, a lot of people would come and they'd sort of hear something, but they didn't see it, and so it's going to be much more visible. And I think we'll get a better attendance all around.
Well, that's great. So, well, as I said, thank you for bringing this to our attention. And I hope that you get a great crowd again.
Well, I hope so too. And thank you for your ongoing support.